It's really nice to be here. I don't think I've been here for a few years, and it's pretty cool to be here to talk about Bob Dylan, who I'm a huge fan of. Although we had a separation, not a divorce, but just a separation. I think sometimes when he's such a poet, and sometimes there are times in your life or in your songwriting life or in your art life where the thing that somebody does best seems almost futile to you and in your practice. And so I kind of separated from my love of Bob. But I came back around when I realized that everything that he's done moves me in a particular way that a lot of other things don't. So I'll read what I wrote. I also am kind of glad to be part of the group who are talking about the Bob Dylan songs that aren't really very fantastic Bob Dylan songs at all. They are fantastic, but they're vulnerable and somewhat lesser, and I think that makes them kind of great. And said it's hard to talk about Bob Dylan for 9 minutes, which I probably won't do because it's hard to talk about Bob Dylan at all. Though countless books and essays have been written, innumerable conversations have been had in the back of cars, on long drives, in living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens, and even on TV, it's hard to imagine what we were talking about, what we could have said that brought us closer to understanding the song that really got to us that day, that night, after the breakup, before the good news, after the fall. For me, talking about Dylan is like solving for X when X has no measurable value. Talking about Dylan is like chasing a shadow with a big imagination, a phantom who attaches itself seamlessly from one man to the next, assuming many identities and shifting points of view even within the breath of a single song. As a songwriter, Dylan is a construct of these many identities, and in so being becomes almost omnipresent, larger than life, every man, and always the final word. Yet no matter how much Dylan claims to know or to see, we hear in his voice a world-weary vulnerability that gives way perhaps to a greater truth, which is that he doesn't know. Like any of us, he doesn't really know at all. Nowhere is this more true than in some of my favorite Dylan tunes and his love songs, and nowhere more true than in Dylan's more mature work as we watch him grapple with an increasingly destabilized invincibility. To me, this is the paradox of Bob that I cherish deeply. He's an anthropologist of human nature, studying our every look, reaction, and move, and yet for as much as we can't talk about Bob, he knows he'll never really solve for us either. As much as it's hard for me to believe that Bob Dylan is a living, breathing man, I will submit for my own argument's sake that Dylan can't solve for us, no matter how many men he becomes in his song, because he's one of us. He's the archetypal modern folk singer, and by necessity, he's one of the folk, battling, careening, and scratching his way through the annals of the day, trying to find some sort of line that connects him, his battles, his heartache, and his gaze to ours. Up to Me, an outtake from Dylan's gorgeous 72 recording Blood on the Tracks, presents us with a Dylan not dissimilar from a character we find in Shelter from the Storm. One could even argue that this track is a mousier younger sister to the album's knockout Shelter, and yet its discreet charm, its realness gets us closer to the raw deal, and once you taste it, you want more. It's easier to talk to the mousier sister, the weaker twin, however you want to color it, perhaps because you know that no matter how high you're flying, one day you too will play second best. Up to Me is easy to talk to. She's not the winner. She's frail and disappointing, and she's as human as a song can get. I don't think I can completely convey in a matter of words why I really love this song or what about it made me feel better after reeling from heartache than any other Dylan song, or when I need to feel something, I go to this song. Maybe it's the sentiment in the song's namesake chorus that however I want to fix my day, my life, my love, my sandwich, it's up to me. Or maybe it's after watching a Dylan as a young man enjoy a career of passing off blame and playing the cool archangel of some blinding truth. It just feels good to see Dylan humbly take some responsibility for it all, and in that way lets his listeners say, yeah, fine, well, it's up to you, but it's up to me too. So with that, I guess I'm gonna play a shortened version of this song because it's really long, and I know you'll get bored. I got bored singing it to myself. That's always an indication it's time to stop. Sorry. I'm awkward. I have to figure out how to sit here in suede pants. Everything went from bad to worse. Money never changed a thing. Death kept following, tracking us down. At least I heard your bluebird sing. And if somebody's got to show their hand, time is an enemy. I know that you're long gone, I guess it must be up to me. Now the Union Central is pulling out and the orchids are in bloom. I've only got me one good shirt left and it smells of stale perfume. In 14 months I only smelled once and I didn't do it consciously. Somebody's got to find your trail, I guess it's gonna be up to me. Well, it was like a revelation when you betrayed me with your trust. I had just begun, convinced myself nothing had changed that much. The old rounder in the iron mask, he slipped me the master key. Somebody's got to unlock your heart, he said it was up to me. Now I watched you slowly disappear down into the officers' club. I would have followed you in the door, but I didn't have a ticket stub. So I waited all night till the break of day, hoping one of us would get free. And when the dawn came over the river bridge, I knew it was up to me. There's a note left in the bottle, you can give it to Estelle. She's the one you've been wondering about, but there's really nothing much to tell. Well, we both heard voices for a while, now the rest is history. You ain't gonna cross the line, I guess it must be up to me. If we never meet again, baby, remember me, playing sweet for you on my lone guitar, that old-time melody, and the harmonica around my neck, I blew it for you free. Nobody else could play that tune, you know it was up to me.